everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then hi, my name is Caitlin. Welcome, and welcome to my new November background. What do you guys think? I went for more of like a celestial star kind of theme. I handmade these little things. I don't know what to call them. Bunting kind of star bunting things. Who knows? Yeah, I just thought, you know, November, bonfire night, the nights are drawing in. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a star theme. I do kind of miss my spooky setup, but you know what? We've got to move on. All good things must come to an end. And speaking of good things coming to an end, this palette, this Modern Renaissance palette, is my Pan That Eyeshadow palette for the grand year of 2023. And she is looking battered and bruised, bless her. She is on her last legs. Honestly, she's on her last legs. I am actually pre-filming this a lot, which you guys know is a very good sign because, well, I'm not going to spoil anything just yet, but we do have very, very good progress in this palette. We may have one shade empty and we may have one shade very close to being empty as well. But just before we do jump into the update, if you have not already, definitely like and subscribe because it would mean the world to me. I do so many project pans, shop my stashes and get ready with me's here on this channel, normally with bright, fun, colourful makeup looks. Today I actually recreated a look that I saw on Made by Mitchell's Instagram. I'll post it here. All credit to him. I was scrolling Instagram and I was like, oh, yeah, gotta put that on my eyes. So I did. Here we go. I don't normally recreate looks, but I just thought this one was so cool. It went with a lot of shades that I'm panning as well. I do not have this palette on my eyes today. I do have my Project Level Up and my No Pan Left Behind on my eyes. Normally I do try and wear the palette, but you know what? Today I was just feeling a bit rebellious. What can I say? All right, so shall we just jump into it? Shall we? I feel like I need to build this up more because this is insane. But anyway, I won't. So here we go. On screen now is what this palette looked like last month. So last month we had just finished Warm Taupe and I had this kind of unofficial goal that I was going to finish Burnt Orange as well. So you could see in this picture, Burnt Orange really didn't have that much left, but I was still pretty scared of putting that finished goal on it just because, I don't know, I was terrified. What can I say? I was so scared. And then obviously I did have goals to expand pans, but that kind of goes without saying with projects like this. I am trying to get as close to finishing this palette by the end of the year as humanly possible. So yeah, they were my goals. And this is what my palette looks like today. You can see massive change in this. Burnt Orange is completely gone. Look at that disgusting rust in there. We have also expanded the pan massively on Golden Ochre and Realgar and Antique Bronze. I am absolutely buzzing with this progress. So yeah, let's go through the usage and the weights. Look at this! Look at this! Oh my goodness me! It is... no words. There is no words. She's clinging on for dear life, isn't she? Look at this palette. Oh my goodness me. I'm so excited to share this with you. Burnt Orange is gone. So before we go into the usage properly, I'm going to tell you what I did with this palette this month. I did do a shorts at the start of last month, basically frankening half of Burnt Orange and a cool tone taupey shade from my Carnival XL Pro together to make a bronzer. And then literally 10 seconds after that shorts was made, I thought, you know what, there is nothing in this new bronzer. There is so little product. So I'm just going to put all of Burnt Orange in that little bronzer compact. I added obviously a little bit more of that taupe shade. And is it here? Yeah, here it is. This is what that was. It is completely gone, and I actually used this 23 times as a bronzer, so that was Burnt Orange and a taupey shade. So Burnt Orange is completely gone from here. And then when I did that, I thought, oh no, now I don't have like an in-between between Realgar and Golden Ochre. So I actually frankened a bit of both of these together and put it in Burnt Orange's spot to make like a replacement burnt orange. And as you can see, that is completely gone, and I used that 16 times to use that one up. So yeah, that is like the burnt orange section of this video, I guess. Burnt orange was used quite a lot this month. It was definitely the focus shade. I was really, really, really determined to use that up and to get that gone. As you can see, I have. And obviously that does mean that there are big pan expansions in Golden Ochre and Realgar because they were used to franken a replacement burnt orange. Okay, with that being said, let's get on with this main palette. So let's start with Golden Ochre. I'm not going to talk about the usage of the franken. I'm not going to include that. Obviously, there was a lot of this in the new burnt orange franken, but this shade as it is in this pan, I have used it 19 times this month actually, for a total of 57 uses in the project. So it's had a lot of use this month, and that's because I have learnt to use it in a bit of a different way. I've really, really liked topping this on top of my blush shade. The blush shade that I'm trying to finish in my Pan That Face palette is very pink. It's like a pinky red kind of shade. And for these kind of colder, more autumn, winter days, I do like to add a little bit of this on top just to make it a little bit more peachy. And that's how I've really, really liked using this. Obviously, I'm using quite a lot of it every day. I'm not like overloading my cheeks, but I'm using quite a big brush. So the pan has expanded massively in this. And I'm actually going to try and finish this in the coming month. That is scary to say. That is so scary to say. But I really think I can do it. If I use it as a blush, I think I can do it. I think so. I think so. No, I think I can. I can. 100%. Can you tell I'm still not 100% sure on that? But anyway, fake it till you make it, you know? So yeah, I'm really, really happy with this shade. Moving on to Bonfresco. I have not used this at all this month for a total of 17 uses. I was really, really focused on burnt orange. That these pinky shades just kind of fell to the wayside a little bit, which is sad, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I think I've done really well regardless. So unfortunately, still no progress really in that. Antique bronze, hopefully you can see this pan has expanded a lot as well. I've used this 6 times this month for a total of 34 uses in the project. I'm really, really happy with how this shade is going. And this shade is my main like deepening outer corner shade now that I'm working on. It does have a little bit of a sheen to it. It's definitely more of a satin kind of shade, but it's not so shimmery that it looks weird in the crease. So I am just kind of using it as a matte brown. Obviously Cypress Umber was finished quite a while ago. So since then I've just been kind of working on Antique Bronze the same way. I don't use it in my brows though, because that would be a little bit strange, but Antique Bronze, keeping expanding this pan. I'm really, really happy with how this is going. Hopefully we can get another really, really good month on this as well. Love Letter I have used 4 times this month for a total of 27 uses in the project. I do kind of like sunset kind of looks with this shade. I did a sunset look, I'll put it here. That was in my Project 10 uses, I think it was. And it was a really nice sunset look with a little bit of glitter on the lid, of course. But yeah, this is definitely like not a shade that I'm gravitating towards too much. I'm definitely gravitating towards these more like warmer, orangey kind of tones. But I do have a plan for this shade in the coming month. Hopefully, anyway, it goes to plan. Who knows? But yeah, I'm going to talk about this a little bit more when it comes to the goals for the coming month. Burnt orange, as I said, completely gone. I used it as a bronzer. How many times? 23 times. And I used the franken 16 times. It is gone. Another finished shade. How mad. It would look more satisfying if there wasn't so much rust, 100%. But beggars can't be choosers, you know. So red ochre, let's talk about this. I used this 4 times this month for a total of 38 uses in the project. I have been using antique bronze over red ochre for like a deepening shade. I don't know, I just prefer the browny neutral tones instead of the super red tones. But who knows, I do have blue eyes, so I don't really play with like red looks that much. So maybe I should just use this as like a one and done shade one day and see how I feel about it. It is crazy that we're in November now and I haven't done that. You'd think that I had done every single look possible with this palette, but no, I'm still playing around with it. I'm still like just loving it. I'm not bored with this at all, really. And that was a massive scare for me at the start of this year. I thought I'd just be so bored with this by now, but I'm still really loving it. So yeah, I'll probably play around with Red Ochre a little bit this month. I'm not expecting it to be finished by the end of the year. I'm not really expecting that at all, but yeah, we'll see. And finally, Realgar. I have used this 5 times this month for a total of 41 uses in the project. And as you can see, that pan has expanded not only from that use, but again, because I did use it to franken a replacement burnt orange. I forgot what the shade was called then. You'd think these names were ingrained in my brain, but no, I still forget them. All right, with that being said, let's talk about some weights for this palette. So last month, this palette weighed 180.28 grams, and my goal was to get under 180 grams, and I did that. So this month it weighs 179.86 grams, meaning we lost 0.42 grams this month. Really, really good. I might aim to get 1.5 grams done this month. Should I do that? Have I ever done that? Yeah, I have. Not very often, but I have. So that's going to be my goal. 1.5 grams is going to be gone from this palette in the next month. That's terrifying, but that's my goal. But that means since the start of the year, I have lost 4.69 grams from this palette. So again, if I get the 0.5 grams, I will hit 5 grams done with this palette, which is insane. It is incredible. So I'm definitely going to try and do that. 0.5 grams. We're going to do it. All right, so goals this month. I want to finish Golden Ochre, like I said. I'm going to keep using it as a blush. I think it looks really, really nice, actually. And by doing that, I'm not neglecting my Pan That Face palette either, because I'm using them together, which is amazing. So hopefully, all of this side of this palette will be done next month. That's insane. Oh my god, if we can do that. I should say as well, if you are new to this project, Raw Sienna and Venetian Red are frankened. I'll grab it for you. They are both in this blush that I'm not working on right now, but I've just kind of frankened them together and put them to the side. So they aren't actually finished shades, but everything else in this palette is finished. So yeah, Golden Ochre will be gone. That's the aim. I'm gonna aim to work on these pinks, actually. They've been very neglected over the past few months. I have really been working on the like reddy tones. I was finishing Warm Taupe a few months ago, and then obviously last month I was finishing Burnt Orange. I want to get at least 10 uses on these two pinky shades, so Love Letter and Bon Fresco. I think that'll be a really good goal, just because they are a little bit neglected. They really are. I'm starting to feel a bit bad for them. But other than that, I don't know. Maybe get Antique Bronze to a place where maybe I could finish it next month. Not next month, the month in December. Oh my god, we've only got 2 months left. That makes me a bit sick, actually. Makes me a bit ill, but okay. I don't know. I think we'll get Golden Ochre done by the end of the year. I really don't know if we're going to get any other shades done by the end of the year, which is really sad. But to be honest, I think I've done a really good job with this palette. But who knows? I've said multiple updates in a row, we're not going to have any more empties, and then I just keep coming back with empties. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe we will. What do you think? Let me know your predictions for this palette at the end of the year. So obviously I am going to be doing an update at the start of December, and then I will do another like finale update at the end of December as well. So technically 2 more updates to go, and I'm really nervous. I'm really, really nervous. I'm really proud of myself for what I've done and what I've managed to use up. But yeah, I am very, very nervous for this palette. I'm going to try and finish Golden Ochre and Antique Bronze, but the other shades, I'm really not sure. So that is it. That is my update for Pan That palette. I'm so excited. Like, I'm really, really excited. I'm still not bored with this palette, like I said. I still love this palette. I was not expecting it. This palette was a massive gamble this year because last year I actually panned a quad and I didn't even finish the whole quad. I finished 3 of the shades and then the other shade was just a black, so I kind of decluttered it. But going from a quad to a 12 pan, is this a 12 pan? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. A 14 pan. Oh my god. I don't even know the palette that I've been panning all year. Yeah, going from a quad to a 14 pan palette was really, really nerve-wracking to me. But I think I've done really, really well with this. And I'm so excited. I still love it. So I'm going to stop waffling and I'm going to let you guys go. Have an incredible day. What do you think about my new little setup background thing? I went for like a blue palette theme here. My little star lampy thing. Oliver, of course, is still here with us. And then I've got my little light up moon and then some flowers and my little papery things. Let me know if you'd add anything, take anything away. I think it's quite cozy, but who knows. I hope you have an incredible day. Like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.